pocket, and we are ready to rock and roll. So it's time to say it. Welcome to DoneDeal.
Test, 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 1, 2, test, test, test. I'm just trying to see how my volume is.
I think we need to adjust the couple. Whoa! Not that though. There we go.
Okay.
Alright. We were messing with the volume earlier, so if I've got us a bit low, let's see what I can do about that. How's that? Say something, Joe.
Alright, test, 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 1, 2, test. Alright, alright, it's Tiger Talk.
Okay. And testing 1, 2, DoneDeal. Alright, well, we tried to get this right this week. Last week, apparently we were coming in kind of hot, so I'll just edge things up. How are we doing now? Test, test. Joe?
I'm listening to you talk, so just talk, I'm going to listen to it.
Alright, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. Alright.
Okay, you're fine, the music is just a little loud, that's all. I think what's happening is the music's drowning us out, that's all.
Okay, well, let's see what we can do about that.
Sorry, Tiger's working with multiple screens now, new computer, so we're trying to get everything together.
We'll get all the levels set right for the new equipment. Joe is okay, Tiger is low. Alright, well, let's see. How about now? Can you hear me now? Lightyear says we sound perfect. Lightyear.
Alright, good. I'm going, let's go with it. Let's go with it. If you don't like it, leave. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, aren't you friendly today? Just in a mood, people.
Yeah, I'm in a mood. If you don't like it, get out. That's all I'm going to say. And I forgot to do one thing, and I always forget to do this, but I'm going to do it now. I'm going on the Twitters, and I'm going to tweets us, because I wasn't able to pimp the show. Give me 1 second. Just doing a little promotion of the show. VaporJoe's live is live. Boom. And off to the races. Okay, beautiful. So what's up, everybody? Welcome to the DoneDeal. VaporJoe's live here on the biggest network in Vaping Underground Live. I am one of your hosts, VaporJoe, and of course we have the lovely TygerTyger to take you through the AM hours here on the East Coast, doing all things deals and such, answering your questions, your vaping questions. Now, Tiger, I know we always start with vape mail. Now, I don't know how much of the mail you got today was vape mail.
Not very much. But I do have vape mail within the last week, just because it didn't come today.
Well, today was supposed to be an epic, it was an epic delivery day, so... It doesn't you know what, I'll be honest with you, your mail doesn't really have to be vape mail. If it's tech related, it counts too, I think. I'm good with tech mail too.
I got lots of vape mail.
Alright, so what'd you get?
You not want me to talk about it or something? It's like you're trying to talk me out of it.
Yeah, don't bring up that, don't bring that up. Of course you can talk about it.
Yeah, okay, alright. And it's nice to see you here, Tower. I haven't had you wink at in the audience for a little while, so there's a... I
charge for that, Tower. I charge for that.
No, that's our little thing. Well, not... Listen, I don't want to get in trouble here.
Like, I charge what I charge for it. See, if I charge for it, then you can't get in trouble. Then it's business.
I'm just leaving that whole thing alone. Vape mail! Let's talk about vape mail. All right. First things first. Did I tell you guys last week? And I can't remember. So bear with me. It's been a long week. I know I talked about this on Saturday, but did I talk to you guys about the T6, the Cloudflare T6 that showed up last week? I just can't remember what day it showed up, so I don't remember if I got to tell you guys One dope bloke says yes. All right, so you know about that. Underrated. I'm going to tell you that. After using this for a week, underrated mod. You know, Joe's been kind of a proponent of them for a long time. I was slow to adopt, but yeah, underrated. Awesome, awesome device. But what did show up definitely this week is my Zero. It's all mother of pearly. Mine's really strange. They showed, you know, like it's going to be hit and miss because they're all unique, right? But the one I saw in the picture had more black in it, and mine, I'm warming up to it. At first I was like, "Aw," when I took it out of the box, but now I'm kind of like, actually, this has possibilities and it's cool. Because mine turned out to have a lot of mother of pearl on the one side, and then some really cool detailing where black meets that, and the other side is just black. So now, at first I was like, "Aw," but now I'm thinking, well, that gives me lots of options. I can put like a cool decal there. I can do something cool, even artistically.
A decal? What's a decal?
It's what Americans call a decal.
Oh, I'm like a decal. Like,
yeah.
A decal. Okay.
Well, anybody up here knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, so yeah, and this is the version with the buttons to adjust your wattage up and down. Okay, instead of just the single button interface, which, you know, I have other mods with the single button interface. They're good. They work. I always forget how to adjust them, and then I figure it out by accident. This one's so easy because there's no accident. You just adjust it up or down, and there's no guesswork. So overall, pleased with this. I'm liking this so far. Now, I've only had it since yesterday, so we haven't really put it through its paces. The small little bit of vape mail that showed up today just made me happy because the VaporJoe eye stick with this special skin with all the great detailing, I now finally have a drip tip that matches it instead of that pinky red one. So there we go. That was small, but made me happy.
Right.
And various replacement heads that came last week, at the end of last week or middle, and but one, the sort of the pièce de résistance. Let me share. I didn't get to go to Vapor Slam, and but I was there in spirit, and they still have, to the best of my knowledge, and I'm gonna grab the link for you guys when Joe starts talking. I don't have it handy. I didn't remember. I wanted to show you this, but Red Dragon Vapor made some beautiful tube mods to commemorate Vapor Slam, and one of them is very, very shortly, soon, on its way to Joe, and the other one came in, and this one, of course, will stay with me. The Red Dragon detailing on
That's really
that
nice.
tube. Yeah, and it focused really, really clear there for a second, then there we go,
you know
there
what,
we go.
I'm a firm believer that tube mods are dead, except on that tube mod. I'll be honest with you, because it's you know, I still love pure copper tube mods. I'm in love with pure copper tube mods.
Detail around that ring. Vapor Slam 2015, and this is the part I like best. Let me get it upright for you guys. Dude, there we go. Come on, show them the detail. Let's find the right light for it. There we go. That's what I want to show you.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Limited edition Vapor Slam. So these are gorgeous. They were actually going for, and you can get a non-limited edition one still for, I believe it's $139 American, all copper, American made. But the Vapor Slam ones, the really special limited edition, they are going for $50. $50 American made tube mod, and way under half price, and just so I'm gonna go look for that link now, and Joe's gonna tell you about his vape mail.
Now I got vape mail, but you know what I'm gonna start doing during DoneDeal? I'm gonna show you my tech mail too, because we're all tech junkies in this place. And, I'm gonna start telling you about some of the other things other than vape mail that I get. But we're gonna start with vape mail. I got the. First off, I got the Atlantis 2. This is the brand new version of the Atlantis here on my DNA 40. Reminds me a lot of the Heracles. The Look at the standard drip tip on this bitch. This thing is huge. It's almost as big. It's like almost like a chuff cap. This thing is monstrously wide bore. It actually has its own air holes in the drip tip itself. And this is all about the airflow. It reminds me a lot of the original, but there's way more airflow in this. When I mean airflow, there's no resistance on the Atlantis. None at all. No. I got, of course, my DNA 40 has got to die on me the moment I do this. So let me put it on my T6. Is it a vast improvement over the original Atlantis? Yes. It's just so much more airflow involved. Plus the heads are 0.2. Hold on a second. I gotta bring up the wattage. This is only running at 25 watts. Let's bring it up to 40. There we go. I mean, it's just it vapes so well. Now I have a fan going on in the back. You can see with all the vapor going all a million places, but it's a beautiful, beautiful tank. It's so minimalistic though. Like, for those of you who have bought an Atlantis, who have bought a SUBTANK, you get that beautiful box, and you get 450 little tchotchkes with it. You know, O-rings and other heads and RBA heads and instructions. This comes with this. That's it. You get that, and you get a head in the back that's taped. That's it. That's all you get. No, you don't even get instructions. So it's very minimalistic, and you're not paying for all that extra stuff. It's only like 20 change to get one of these. Totally worth it. So basically, you're getting Atlantis with 2 heads. So that's that. Then I got this in the mail today. This just kind of popped up in the mail. I didn't even know this was coming in. This is a huge-ass wooden box. Now look at this. It's a beautiful wooden box that is basically like burned. This is all burned with, I guess with like a branding iron or whatever. You open it up. Let me pop this open. Okay, he wants to be a prick right now. There we go. And it comes with 3 decals, I call them decals, and there are 3 30ml bottles of juice in there. And it's by, it's called Counterculture, and I believe this is by Baker White. This is Baker White's new line. Okay, I haven't tried them. They look so beautiful in this beautiful black, I mean, this is a solid wooden box. Absolutely gorgeous. I just got them in the mail today. I didn't try them, but it's supposed to be their new line, and I didn't even know I was getting this, but it came in the mail. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if I'm even going to try the juices, to be honest with you. They're so beautiful. And then for tech mail, for those of you who know what this is, I got my loot crate today. Y'all know what a loot crate is? If you don't know what a loot crate is, then I'm not going to tell you. Got my loot crate today. Basically, it's a mystery box with nerd shit in it, and very excited about it. I haven't opened it though. I still haven't opened it yet. And then anything else? I think that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Yes, it's a sample. It's like a sample box for techies. Exactly. They have Nerd Block and Sample Box. I mean, Loot Crate. I got Tiger's son a subscription to what's called Nerd Block Junior, which is like for kids. He's turning him into a little techie geek. So that's a lot of fun. What's in the fuck? You want me to open? You guys want me to open the box and tell you what's in it? Everybody screaming, "Open the box!" Okay, fine. Let's open the box here. We use my knife from Fast Tech. It's kind of almost switchblade-esque. No, I won't drop it on my foot. We'll cut the box, and we'll open it up. Let's see what's in it. Let me see if I can even talk about any of this stuff. Oh, there's like tons of shit in here. We'll talk about this later because I know Tiger wants to get to deals. If we have time later at the end of the show, I'll tell everybody what's in the box. How about
that? No, you're totally misreading me.
No, I'm not telling. No, it's not that I'm misreading you. I just think we should get the deals, and then later on, when we're done with the deals, we can talk about what's in the box.
It's only quarter after, and I have a short list. Feel free, whatever you want to do.
All right, so then we'll do that. So the theme looks like it has to do with things like Game of Thrones. So there's a deck of cards in here by Princess Bride, which I'm sure I'll send this to Tiger because Tiger would love these. It's a deck of cards from Princess Bride. Then there is, looks like a little blow-up thingy. I'm assuming it's like a sword or something that you blow up and put in the pool or something. It's. Then there's a. Oh yes, there's a bow tie. There's a bow tie in here with like little medieval little symbols on it. Let's see how big the bow tie is. Let's wear it. Should I wear the bow tie, Tiger?
Yeah, absolutely do.
Because this is totally Pee Wee Herman bow tie style. I don't think it's gonna fit though. It's called. It's by Black Tie Geek makes this bow tie. So let's see if it fits. Hold on, I gotta take my headset off for this though. So Tiger, entertain.
Oh, I don't know if I can be nearly as entertaining as you, Joe. Is it like really complicated or something? Oh, he can't hear.
I have to make it bigger.
Well, it's no fun to make fun of a remark like that when he's not got his headphones on to hear, so. Oh my god, tough to adjust when you have an 18-inch neck.
What was that, 18-inch what?
Neck.
There we go, there's my bow tie. Works perfect. See that? Yeah.
There we go. Welcome to DoneDeal, featuring the Chippendales.
Yes. I heard something about an 18-inch, and I'm like, what? No, this is actually kind of tight. I'm gonna take this off, and it's at its maximum. So
please, God, tell me someone got a screenshot of that.
Oh, we're gonna have it on video.
I know, but the screenshot's so much faster.
Then I got the Game of Thrones. Oh, this is so cool. Check it out, guys. This is a Game of Thrones, for those of you who watch it. A Game of Thrones USB flash drive. Look at that. That's a USB flash drive. I don't know how many gigs it is. Maybe 1 or 2 gigs, probably. But it doesn't tell me how many it is. But that's kind of cool. I'm already excited. I mean, that's just awesome. Then this is, I don't know, kind of gay right here. The Harry Potter 9 3/4. I forget what this is. What part of the movie this is from? I'm sure somebody in there somebody will remind me of what that is. The train station. Thank you. Then I have Game of Thrones, all kinds of different magnets, refrigerator magnets. And, of course, we have the classic Loot Crate pin. You get one every Loot Crate. It tells you the theme. This is Loot Crate. April is fantasy. It's fantasy.
Papers Break just asked, what is this crap? Now, I would like to field that question, if I may. Joe has a sudden and very, very serious addiction to these grab bag style boxes where you just pay them a bunch of money and let them send you a box full of
crap
once a month. Because, you see, Joe hires cleaning ladies and doesn't have to do his own dusting. So that's probably got something to do with it.
Now, Loot Crate costs me, I think it's like $16 a month, and they send you a new themed box every month. Once in a while, you get really cool shit. Like, that flash drive, to me, is worth the $13 or $14 that I paid. I don't know how big the flash drive is, but it looks badass. You know, you get T-shirts. Like, I have the horror block, which is much like this, but it's all horror-themed. You're guaranteed a shirt every month. And you get all kinds of horror stuff, and it's really cool. So, yeah. I'm totally into it. And I also do it with Nature. It's called Nature Box, which is all kinds of healthy gamer snacks, which is actually really cool. That's another like $20 a month box. So
I would like to know what qualifies a snack as a gamer snack as opposed to just snack food.
Well, I agree with you. What they're trying to do is they're trying to find that niche market where gamers that stuff their face with chips and all kinds of bad food for themselves. They're trying to market gamers like, hey, listen, try this stuff. This stuff is good for you. It's not just chips and Doritos and cookies. All this stuff is pretty much healthy for you.
Oh, now I'm scared. WolfTech99 asks, no finger goo? What?
What's finger goo?
What? Exactly.
No, I don't have any finger goo. I wash my hands.
Okay.
So on that note, speaking of finger goo, Tiger, I'm sure you have a great deal to bring up after that one. A good transition. Do you have a good nitro transition after finger goo?
No, I got nothing. I'm kind of I feel a little like the deer in the headlights right about now. So I think we'll just I'm going to completely forego the segue and just head right into a deal. Let's talk about wire, shall we? All right.
Wick and wire.
Okay, Kanthal A1. These are the 6 gauges available. There's 22 right down to the finer 32 that I learned to build on, and I'll say right now, you can build a Jenny with 32 gauge wire and not pop that coil, you're laughing. You guys these days don't know how easy you have it. But you can definitely get those heavier gauge wires, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, and 32, ranging in price from $537 to $641. The finer wire, I won't lie to you. If you're looking for 32 gauge, there are a few better deals out there right now. But if you're looking for the heavier gauges, you are not going to beat this. So there you have it. Free shipping.
They're also doing nichrome too. They also have nichrome wire.
Yes, they do. And I was thinking I should mention that this week coming up because I know a lot of people are looking for that these days because of the temperature sensing devices available out there. So you need to get yourself some of that if you want to take advantage of the temperature control feature.
Yeah, good price. A good price, but there's really not much I could talk about. It's fucking wire. Like, I can't go, yay, wire! You know, it's wire. It's cheap, buy it. You know, it's just wire.
Sam says, oh my god, you're Canadian. Yep, all day long.
She lies.
No getting around it.
Yeah, it's a Canadian thing. Let me go to my blog.
Snack Trebuchet is awesome, WolfTech says. What is Snack Trebuchet? The only thing I know about Trebuchet is it's a nice clean font.
Yeah, I was about to say that. The only thing I've ever seen from Trebuchet is the font.
Rock Miss Jess wants to know, what do you guys think of the iStick 50 watt versus the M80 plus Sigelli 100 watt versus Sigelli 150? Okay. Joe, I'm going to have to turn this one over to you because I don't have any of the Sigellis and I only just recently got an iStick 50 watt. So I have none of the other devices to compare against.
Well, it depends on the price. Like, we did a deal on the iStick 100. It was $49.99. There's a couple, about a week and a half ago. If you have the opportunity to buy a Sigelli 100 or 150 for $50, or an iStick 50 for $50, well, of course, jump over and get the Sigelli. Now, I have a Sigelli. This is called the Oni, This is a 150 watt version. Very nice. It takes two 18650s. I have two VTC5s in there. Nice magnetic door. I paid, I think at 101 Vape, I paid $89 for this. To be honest with you, it depends on what you're looking for. If you don't mind changing batteries and all that stuff, then get yourself the Sigelli. If you need something where it has its own internal batteries and you like to plug it into a USB, get the 50 watt. It also depends on how much power you need. 50 watts is limiting to people, to be honest with you. Now with this Heracles tank, 50 watts is very limited for this tank. It's basically the minimum you should hit it at. With this, I'm vaping at about 75 watts. So it's really depending upon how much power you need, how much money you have to spend, and the style of mod you want. That's pretty much where they're all nice. It just depends on your style, pretty much.
Rockmiss just telling us she's using the Arctic tank. What do you think of it? Mine is still in shipping. I can't wait for it to arrive. And I'm hanging on everyone's words about this thing because I just keep hearing how great it is. Oh, haven't bought it yet. My mistake. I thought you meant you were using it now. Gotcha.
That's the only phone vape I don't own. That's the only one. I own every one except that one.
Bam it, Sam. I actually don't mean to fly back and forth that much. That's why I'm saying the equivalent of that time. I'll just bank all my 7 hours, and when I have a whole bunch of them put together, I'll go do that. Okay? There we go. Alrighty.
Alright, you need a deal from me, girl?
Oh, yep.
Alright, here is a simple one. It's my newest deal. It is the Kbox in black. Back in black. It's the Kbox at a really cheap price. Now, I have a Kbox here. I use it all the time. Love my box. Right here. 40 watt device for under 30 bucks. This is the regular stainless steel colored one. Takes a single 18650. It's wattage selectable. I think it goes like it goes 8, 10, 20, 30. It's like 8, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Now it sounds kind of like, oh, well, I want to kind of have 27 watts, blah, blah, blah. You'll find that that doesn't really matter with this device. If you want high power, you have it. I usually settle in about 25 to 30 watts on this. It works great. It's the cheapest 40 watt device known to man, and now they have it at, in black for just $26.99 out of 101 Vape. They are in stock. He's one of the few people I know that have them in stock. They're not a pre-order. And they're really, really, really cheap at just $26. Now, I know, Tiger, you just bought one, right?
I did. I finally pulled the trigger this afternoon, and I almost half wish I waited because Texan says they would have rather had the black and they just got theirs. I would have been like, I'll trade you then. I'll get a black one because it's the silver I was after, but I did pull the trigger and got a good deal on one. I'll be waiting a little bit, but that's okay. I'm patient. And I got to be honest, when this first came out, I thought, big deal, 40 watts. There's higher wattage out there. Big deal, it's KANGER. Okay, well, you know, they made a mod. And, oh, well, you can't adjust it, you know, by 0.1 watts. So you just get certain settings. And I'll be straight up. I was utterly unimpressed with this mod at first until people started receiving them and talking about them and raving about them and, you know, impressing upon me that for the price these are going for, it's a hell of a mod. And, you know, I like the idea that the original KANGER SUBTANK will fit on that nice and clean. It's made for it, so you're not going to have that overhang like you have on a standard 22mm device. So I had to eat my words, and yes, there'll be one on the way.
Eat those words, woman. Eat those words. Yeah, you're gonna really like it. It's a little beefy box mod, and it holds the OG KANGER KANGER SUBTANK. That's what it was built for. And I have an old school. This is just a aero tank on this, so you can see how much space still is left on that 510 area. But It works just as well. But if
the
you want...
SUBTANK is a perfect flush fit. Now, Vapors Break, you have a very valid question. It says, I wouldn't touch it. Why would you need it, Tiger? Your mod shelf must be overflowing. Well, you know, come on now. Overflowing is a strong word. Yes, I have lots of nice toys. And do I need a Kbox? No. Do I like having something that can drive a SUBTANK? So it's a Hemi vape, like I enjoy at my desk, but it's a $25 mod that if while I'm walking with my son or doing my shopping and it slips out of my hands and bounces off the pavement a couple times, I'm not going to lose a lot of sleep if it was a Kbox. You hear where I'm going with this? But I'm still getting the kind of vape I've gotten spoiled by and used to at my desk. But I don't have to risk dropping something that's like 50, 60, 70 bucks or more yet, you know? Yep. I picked up my Kbox for just under 25 bucks, so a little cheaper than this, but hey, there's a trade-off, right? I'm going to be waiting weeks. This one that Joe's talking about, CU, will come within days. So, you know, there's always a plus. But that's why. And Alvi, I hope you're enjoying your time away. I did see your comment at the beginning. Happy Hawaii days.
Yeah. He was in a hangout, and I was like, how many kids do you have? And he was telling me about his children. I'm like, see, this is the payoff. You have children, and hopefully they grow up and be successful, and they take you to Hawaii. That's the benefit. Now, somebody wants to know, what's the MA? Well, it depends upon what battery you put in it. This takes an 18650. There is no charge port on this. You don't charge this with a USB. You actually take your battery out, charge it in a charger, then put it back in. So it's a normal mod, which I kind of like. I'm not a big fan of these mini USB chargers because they tend to break. Even Tiger was telling me her Zero has a crooked USB port on it.
Yeah, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. It's a knockoff, but I think the camera will show this if I get close enough and hold still long enough. And yeah, it's the holding still that's the hard part.
Yeah, I see. It's kind of coming down on one side.
There you go. There you
go. It says sex. It says sex above it, Tiger.
It's SXK, and it's never been clearer than it is right now.
It's sex. I don't want to hear it.
SXK. You are totally, like, taking liberties there. Sean Mack.
It says sex. I don't want to hear it. Somebody wants to know, Joe, what would you suggest for a 100+ watt mod? There are so many good ones out there, but you know what? The T6 that me and Tiger have, this one uses just a single 26650 battery. This is a 100-watt device. We pimped this at $49.99. Tiger actually broke the story on that. She's using it right now, and I have one in red. She has hers in blue. The Sigeli Oni 150-watt box mod. This is under $100. You get this at 101 Vape. There's so many good ones out there. It just depends on where you want to go. If you want a single battery, a double battery, if you want a fat box mod, a small box mod. Now, people say the T6 is underwatted. I tend to agree. If you're going to get a 100+ watt box mod, I would probably stick to a dual battery setup for true wattage, but I never push past 100 watts, ever. So I'm always around 40 or 50 watts, 60 watts, so a single battery is okay for me. If you're going to be pushing 100+ watts, you're probably going to want a dual battery setup. I think Tiger would agree with me on that too.
Yes, I would. Pretty much, there's a lot of box mods out there that use a single 18650 to push 50 watts. I'm just going to choose 50 as a line in the sand. Some of them out that they'll go higher. If it's over 50 watts and running on one battery, I'm just going to say there's some liberties with the math going on there.
Well, I think what they're using is they're starting to, like, remember back when they used pulse width modulation with Rattlesnake? Mm-hmm. I think that's what's going on, but after 50 watts. Because they have this mode, it goes from 50 watts and then they call it super duper mode, literally. And it goes from 50 to 100, and I think that's where the fuzzy math starts coming in. But Big Van Boom just put in the room a deal that you had. It was your IPv 400-watt dual 18650 box mod for $73.07. It's actually cheaper now, Tiger.
The silver is cheaper. They do have the silver a little bit cheaper than that now. So
Black and silver are both the same price now.
oh, are they?
73.07.
Oh, okay. The black was higher. They're just wow. Nothing stays the same long there. You got to move fast on those ones.
And this one uses a custom e-cig chip. It's called the SX330 V4S. So, nice little chip there. So that's maybe a mod you want to look into when I was talking about getting 100 plus box mod.
And Clovinator, talking straight mouth on batteries. You can easily get 80 watts out of a 20 amp 18650. Yes, in a mechanical style setup where you're using an extreme sub-ohm build. Yes, you can. But most regulated mods won't support those really extreme sub-ohm builds, okay?
No, they won't.
Some of them will manage down to 0.2 or 0.25. Some will only go as low as 0.5. You're not going to get no 80 watts. It's not going to happen until you're, you know,
Or cough and laugh at you.
And Nitro would know the numbers off by heart. I don't. I'm thinking you've got to be pretty close to 1, maybe even 0.1, maybe even below it to be pulling 80 watts.
Right.
So, there you go.
Tiger has spoken.
No, I really, you know, I probably shouldn't have shot from the hip on that one. I probably should have brought up Ohm's calculator, but I didn't want to leave the dead air while I fooled around and did that. All right. Well, what do you say we talk about another kind of cool, seeing as we were just talking about mechanical mods. Let's talk about this puppy. To be honest, this was a little bit new to me. I didn't see the reviews for the authentic on this one. Now, I am probably going to butcher this. Castigador? Am I even in the ballpark on that one? That's what it looks like to me. The Castigador style Delrin, and this is a mech. It takes two 18650s, and here's what I kind of like about this: that they've made the body out of Delrin. So you can see on the bottom, they've opened it up. There's a brass battery door down here with hefty connections. Those are monster springs and nice big connections. But your batteries go into these Delrin, like it's all carved out, and it's got individual tubes for your batteries. I mean, can you get better insulation? You know, you don't have to worry even if your jacket gets a little scratched or something like that. This mod is not going to cause you problems. I remember, you know, mechanical mods where, you know, somebody's jacket would get a little scratched from a burr or something, and you'd put it in, and all of a sudden the mod's shorting, and it's what's going on? Well, you know, your battery's making contact with the side. Who cares if it's Delrin? I mean, I'm not saying don't keep your batteries in good order, but
Tiger
if you
is
do have a
totally
little scratch.
telling you. Tiger's totally like full of beat up batteries.
No. I'm definitely not recommending that. But now Jay Parton is asking about vent holes. To be really honest, Jay Parton, I don't know where the vent holes in this mod are. So that's an excellent question.
But if it blows up, it's just Delrin. So I mean, you won't die from Delrin shrapnel.
Oh my god!
Nobody, you know, you're not gonna die from exploded Delrin. You know, that's all I'm saying. Maybe that spring will get stuck in your arm or something. But other than that, you're pretty good with exploded Delrin.
Well, we haven't heard any reviews yet on the Castigador style mods. Okay, the copycats. But I do know Twisted420 did a review on the original. He was really impressed with. So hopefully they've got the details, you know, pretty close to 1-to-1 on this one, and it looks like they really have. Like, it's the attention to detail. Like I say, those great big springs, great big contacts. I love this hex-shaped, you know, hefty looking 510 connector they've got at the top. So there we go.
Yeah, nice mod, and I know I like the fact it's made of Delrin. I think it's cool. You know, it's about time somebody uses that other than for a drip tip. Yeah, it's kind of like it's like a Mexican Wild West kind of theme. That's what I'm taking away from it.
Yeah, I would agree. That's what the artwork means.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Big Bam's got the review for you there on the original. So thanks, Big Bam, for that link. Hey, Wacky.
Yeah, Oh, hello, a little loud. I'm actually watching the review.
Oh, I thought it was me greeting Wacky. I'm like, hey, Wacky.
That's a small mod. That's a tiny mod for a tool. I'm watching it, and it's actually the size of the batteries, so it's actually a little stubby mod. It's only about that big. It twists its hand, it looks tiny.
Well, they don't need any room for, like, chips and all that jazz and screens and everything. It's a straight mechanical, so, you know, they shouldn't need a lot of room in that case. And
Yep.
it looks like it was, you know, well thought out how it goes together.
Okay, so let's move along.
As for the charger port, Ed in Irondale says, too bad they didn't build in a charger port. To be really honest, Ed, you know, Joe did say he's not over the top on USB charging. I do it, okay, because it's convenient. But to be really honest, to take the very, very best care of your batteries and your mods, you're pulling those batteries and charging them in a good charger. Your USB charge is no match for what a good quality charger is going to do to keep your batteries in good order. Especially when a mod uses 2 batteries, okay?
Right.
Because then you have the option, and I should really say responsibility, to number your batteries so that this time they go in 1, 2, next time they go in 2, 1. Did I do that right? You know what I mean? So that you're reversing them so that they wear at an even rate, charging them together so they charge at an even rate, all that stuff. You're better off, especially anything that's got 2 batteries. So there you go, I said it.
She said it, damn it.
I didn't.
Janet. Alright, so on to the next deal. This is a little different. We'll put a link in the room. This is the new nickel SUBTANK heads. Now, what's the point of having nickel? The NI200 authentic SUBTANK heads. What's the purpose? Well, these are for temperature-controlled mods. And only temperature-controlled mods. So for those of you who want to try, like, I have a DNA 40, and I really only use it for wattage. I've never used it for temperature control before. But KANGER has come out with new nickel heads that will allow you, the DNA 40s and the other e-cig chips and the other Chinese vendors out there that come up with these new temperature-controlled mods, allow you to use your SUBTANK for temperature control, which is really neat. I just want to warn you, do not use these heads on a normal mod. It'll go boom. Okay? You're going to have a short. So be careful. Do not use these heads on a normal mod. Make sure you use it on a mod that has temperature control, like a DNA 40 and some of the other Chinese mods that are out there. Make sure that they have temperature control. Now, they're color-coded. The standard KANGER OCC heads are orange. These are blue. The box is blue. The bands around the heads are blue to let you know this is for temperature control. So if you guys want to get into this and understand what temperature control is all about, you can get a pack of 5 for about $11. It's really cheap.
And that opens the door to people who aren't that, you know, interested in building, or even those who are interested in building but don't want to fool around with the nichrome wire and having to source that too. They just want to build their drippers with Kanthal. This opens the door to all of that, having the pre-made ones ready to do temp control. That's cool.
Now, somebody writes, so these are the new version of the old one. There's only one version of the KANGER heads. These work in the SUBTANK and the SUBTANK Plus, the SUBTANK Mini, the SUBTANK Nano. I feel like I'm buying an iPod at this point with all the names. But they all work in all the tanks. And now Rockmus is like, oh, the M80 Plus. Okay, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, I have not, Miss Rockmus, not yet.
Now, Ed in Irondale asks, this controls the coil temperature? Let us explain. The head itself and the nichrome wire don't exactly control the coil temperature. What happens is they allow the temperature control mods, the nichrome wire allows the mod to utilize that feature. You can definitely use a normal Kanthal coil on any of those mods. You just won't be able to take advantage of the temperature control feature on the mod. This will let you take advantage of that. Now, what that does is it monitors how hot that coil's getting. It can read that back and get that information back. And what it knows, here's what temperature control is good for. you'll never get a dry hit again. It doesn't matter if your tank went bone dry on the last hit and now you're about to pull a nice burning cotton hit. It's not going to happen because the juice and the act of vaporizing the juice cools your coil as it heats, okay? So it doesn't reach the full potential it could if it was dry. When a nichrome coil on a temperature control mod goes dry, it gives the information back. The mod goes, whoa, that's way hotter than it should be if it had juice. It must have no juice. Let's throttle back the power and not let it get that hot. Guess what? You're not going to ever burn your cotton again.
Yes, don't burn that cotton. And the funny thing is, everybody thinks this is great technology. To be honest with you, the technology itself is really no more than a toaster. Think about it. You look at your toaster. You can control the temperature on your toaster, and all you have in there is wire that gets hot. It's basically toaster technology, except a little bit more improved and rigged for mods. But that's pretty much what it is. So basically, you're vaping a toaster. Just saying.
So yeah, and Ed, if that interests you, then by all means, there's a lot of mods on the market now that do it. There's great price range already in them. So check out the one that suits you and your budget best. And then you've got options. You can still run a Kanthal coil or a dripper or a normal SUBTANK or anything you want on it the way you usually do. Or you can build or now use these pre-made heads to take advantage of the temperature control feature. So, cool.
Right. Yeah, they work well. Somebody writes in there it's a fad. I think it is, but there are some, and I think Scope has a mod where literally it tells you no juice on coil, dry hit, and it won't fire, which I think is kind of cool. I do think that's really neat. Is it here to stay? I don't know. I really don't know. But right now they're making heads for them. If you want to try them out, $11 will get you 5 heads. Last you a month easily. So you should be good.
Well, and Ed, just to give you an idea, they do have a new vapor flask out that has the temperature sensing. Joe, help me out. Let's just compile a short list for Ed. Right. If it says it's a DNA 40, you know that's a temperature control chip.
Yeah, Vapor Shark, Vapor Flask, the Hannas, all the DNA 40s will have temperature control. But now we have higher, like the SX Mini M classes, they'll do 60 watts, and that's the one that says, dude, don't fire this. There's no juice.
I was gonna say, isn't that the new SX Mini? Okay, so it is. All right, there we go.
Somebody wrote, DJ David says, I want the new Squonker Flask. I think it's a great idea. They want $335 for that fucking mod. I mean, come on, really?
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, come on. Like, the days of the $300, $400 mod are over. Especially a mass-produced one. I mean, if you're making a handmade carved wood from, like, really rare wood from Africa, and there's ivory inlaid bone, I could get it. I get it.
No. We don't do ivory inlay. We don't.
Well, whatever. My point is, if it's a handmade thing and it has gold inlay, we'll just say it. Whatever. I see that. But if you're doing a vapor flask and it's like it's been cloned already and you're still trying to charge $330 for it,
yeah. No, I'm with you. I'll wait for the China version of that one.
Yeah. Somebody writes baby seal fur. Yes, baby seal fur. I have a mod with a baby seal head on it, actually. And it's very rare. I paid... No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. All right, Tiger. On that note, do you have a new deal for us?
Yeah, I do. And it doesn't involve baby seals or ivory. So let's talk about juice racks.
A boot?
A boot? I never say a boot. I don't know what you're talking about. In any case, this one is a 5-tier stand. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is another rendition and possibly the sort of same animal that I once found elsewhere, but not at this price. This baby has 5 tiers, holds lots and lots of juice, and now I'm thinking, back in the day when this was exciting to me at first, I was using all mechanicals, tube mods, You know, and now my desk is covered in box mods. And I'm thinking, hey, now wouldn't that fit nice in the front row, right in front of my juice collection? And then when I want to clean my desk, I can just pick up the whole unit and move it back. And when the unit does get a little, because you know how juice bottles get, they can get a little drip or something like that. This is going to be so easy to just spray and wipe clean, no issue there. And 5 tiers for tons of storage. I've got a couple of these actually in a cabinet that's got glass sliding doors and a lock. So it's perfect for me with a 4-year-old in the house. My entire juice collection is easy to see what I've got, what I want. I can scan through really easy behind the glass, but it's safe and displayed out of the reach of little fingers. So $12.59 takes this home. Shipping is free, and I think, you know, this is one of those things, and it sounds so trite, but it's like every vapor needs one. You know, like this is a really cool one. And you know what else I do? You know what else I do? And I'll tell you my little secret. In the cabinet I've got this sitting in, you know, with its shelves, and then it's got the sliding glass doors. I don't know if you guys are like me and you like to keep boxes like this from mods and stuff like that. See if this comes out of this box. This is kind of a collector's item, so it might not. But if this comes out of this box, I like to have this on hand, because if I do pay this forward to somebody, or, you know, want to get rid of it at some point, it's nice to have that. Well, guess what? The underneath storage at the back is great for all of your vape boxes that you just don't know where else to put and don't have space. Space is at a premium in my place, so I think of things like that, and it works out just tickety-boo. So there you go.
Did you say jiggity-boo?
I said tickety-boo.
Oh, tickety-boo. Okay, well, I've never heard the word tickety-boo, jiggity-boo, tickety-boo, whatever. I was like, oh, okay, that's a new one. That must be a Canadian thing.
I don't know where that comes from, but and thank you, Big Bam. I just realized I never hit enter. Here we go. Okay, well, we both said it now. There we go. Thank goodness for Big Bam. He knows what's going on better than I do most nights. So.
Yeah, nice, Tiger. Nice rack.
Oh, thanks, Joe. I just know I can't do it. I was gonna make a comment, and we'll just keep it. We'll just keep it out of the gutter this time.
Okay. Tickety boo, nice rack, Tiger. Anyway, so now speaking of racks, I have a monster rack. This is a bigger one, and it's more expensive. I have 2 of these. These are known as Country Pammy's monster rack, because Country Pammy found them. And I have 2 of these. I have them hung up. They're actually over there, not too far from this computer, hung up on the wall with all my juices. Now, these hold a fuck ton of juice, and I can't imagine. I mean, hundreds of bottles of 30 mils. I mean, it's a huge rack. Now, this will also hold big bottles of juice. I could get Yalik's 100 ml bottles in here. They're kind of tight, but they do fit, and they can only go on the top rack, the top part. But it holds multiple different styles bottles: 60 mils, 30 mils, 15 10s. I have 2 of these that I exclusively use just for 30 mil or higher. It comes with the screws, and it comes with the little what do you call those little wall
anchors?
Oh, yes, thank you. It comes with the anchors for a tight fit, so you know that you're not going to bust through the sheetrock on with these things. But comes pre-assembled, all metal, comes in multiple colors. You get over at Amazon for $35.99. So if you want a wall-mounted version, I mean, this isn't for your desk. So if you want a desk one, look at Tiger's deal. If you want something you're going to put on the wall, display your juices, you want more than one, I would suggest getting this. Scope uses his for his flavorings. So when he's doing his juice making, he has all his flavorings up in the juice rack. So really, really nice stand.
And yes, I guess I got to count it to her. Tammy's rack is way bigger than mine.
Yeah, it's huge.
And she's not even here to laugh. Yeah.
You know, it's weird. Pammy's not here.
Well, no, she doesn't always make it Tuesday nights. We always see her Saturday nights.
Yeah, that's true. But She's not here. We're totally making fun of you, Bammy, and you're not here. Ha ha. She's probably over at
making
BU.
fun. No.
She's probably over at BU moderating right now. So, if you're looking for, this is, in my opinion, the best juice rack you can get if you have a lot of juice. I mean, if you only have, you know, like I said, enough to keep on the desk, that's fine. But if you have a lot, and you know, I have a ton of juice. What I like to do is keep in rotate 2 of these, and I keep them in rotation. Everything that I vape is on these 2 racks, pretty much, and everything else that I don't like is in a closet or a storage unit. I'm not lying. I have a storage unit for juice, and if it gets past that, it goes to Tiger.
I'm just getting a kick out of the chat. Alrighty. Well.
Oh yes, I have your balls out on my juice rack, Wacky. Your balls are on my rack, sir.
I really don't know how to feel about that comment.
You could totally quote me on it. You know what, dude? You can put it on your website. VaporJoe says your balls are on my rack.
All right.
All right, Tiger. So next deal.
I have got a bonus deal. Now let me explain. I had 2 other deals I wanted to share with you tonight, but I can't because that website is down. So watch the blog. Hopefully tomorrow they'll have everything fixed, and I will feature those 2 for you guys. But I wanted to find something else to talk about tonight, so this one hasn't even hit the blog yet. And Big Bam, no, I haven't tried rebuilding one yet. I need to get on that. So this hasn't even hit the blog yet. You guys, right here, right now, are finding out first. And that is, if I can show you the picture. There you go. There you go. This is something a little different. Now, we were talking about, you know, 50-watt mods that have single batteries, and the ones that go beyond 50, they're probably not really giving you that. Well, here's one that is. This one takes 2 18650s, and it's the most unique form factor. We haven't seen this. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, well, that's probably because I put a great big... No, yeah, I screwed up the link, you guys. Totally.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it. I'm like, it's like, bite me?
I hardcore screwed the pooch on that one. Sorry. Wow. How did that happen? Let's give this a try. I'm going to try it out. I think I've fixed it, but let me try it out before I take my own word for that.
It's the new Bite Me mod by Tiger.
Yeah.
It totally says, like, bite me, bit me.
It does, it does. It is just fluke that's how it... Okay, here we go. Here we go. I got it figured out. Yeah, I don't know what I did. When I cut and pasted that in earlier, I must have really, like I say, messed that up. Anyway, try that one. That's going to work better for you. I just tried it.
Oh, okay. It's the Bite Me, yes.
This is a 65 watt. It takes 2 batteries. But what I like about this is the unique form factor. Now, at first I was kind of like, that's a funny looking thing. But then I got to looking at it and thinking, well, how will my fingers curl around that? And where's the button? And it's like, damn, you know, that might be a really comfortable mod to use and hold. Because it's just curved to fit into that curve of your hand. And, you know, there you go. There's where your thumb goes, right on the button. Lost my breath. Right on the button. Pardon me. So I got so excited I can't even talk. So there you go. This one is a pre-order, but 65 watt box mod for under $40, and 5 colors available. I have seen these elsewhere where they haven't got nearly the color selection and a little bit more expensive, also on pre-order. So I would say this one looks the best to me so far. But
and I like the fact that it's two 18650s in there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna get a lot of mod of that.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna last longer. You're not gonna be charging it more than vaping it.
Right. Yeah, it's nice. Now this is a pre-order. You're looking at about 15 days before it ships, but that they're doing this. Now you can get they have the 50-watt version. Like if there's a drop-down menu, you get the 50-watt version for $31, and that ships in 5 days, which is not a pre-order. And then they have the 65-watt versions, which is a pre-order, which is 15 days out. But for 38 bucks, 65 watts, anytime you're doing 50 cents a watt, you're doing pretty good. That's the way I look at it. 50 cents a watt is a cheap price.
Yeah. Yeah, and what I like about this, like they've got like you say, the Smowell 50. Okay, fine, but is that not a single battery in the 50, if I recall correctly?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
So to me, there's no comparison. You spend the extra few bucks and you get the dual and 15 more watts. You're just
basically
way better off.
You're buying junk in the trunk is what you're buying. I mean, this thing's got a fat ass. That's basically what you're buying. I am lying. If you look at the 50 and then you look at this one has the patunk-a-dunk. This is the fat ass version. It does.
Okay.
It's the mod with the fat ass. I'm not lying. It totally is. If you look at the 51 version and then look at this, it's like, yeah, this one has the one that had the rice and beans.
Alrighty. Hereafter called the booty mod by Joe.
The booty mod. There we go. Yes, the booty mod.
I don't even understand.
Men will understand what I'm talking about. Women are like, whatever.
And Big Bam, I have got to check on that myself here. Let me just see, because Big Bam just reminded me the price on this is actually lower than the 50 was when it came out. So now I'm just checking. I'm going to run over. I'm going to look at the 50. So they have dropped the price, like you said, $31.52. It's no longer $39.80. Assuming that's the deal I ran, because I do run from different places and I can't remember where that one was from. But $31.50 compared to $38.70. You know, for $7.20. I'm sorry, they can sit on those 50s a long time, as far as I'm concerned.
With that big patunk-a-dunk.
Yeah, yeah.
With that big old booty. Some are 34. I think the silver's 34. The rest are 31. Really strange.
I guess silver's more valuable?
I don't know. Maybe it just costs more to produce. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, that is weird. We've seen that many times before, though, where there is a variance in price based on color alone. It's a little odd, but...
Yes, it's a 38 double D mod. Exactly. Exactly, X is expert.
Alrighty. So, there you have it. 65 watts. Joe.
Alrighty.
What you got?
I got lots. This is for rebuilders. It's called the Atomizer clamp. I think everybody should have one. If you're a rebuilder, an avid rebuilder, you should have this. It's $4.64. It's basically, it seats your Addy. Now, they have the old school Atomizer seats where you just kind of screw it in a little base. What this does is actually clamps it in and gives you more surface area to work with. It won't fall over, like, because if you're doing an Addy seat, it'll fall over. With this, it kind of clamps in there. It'll clamp anything, any size atomizer. You know, you'll do the 26X50s, the new square atomizers like the Hellboy, the regular standard atomizers, the shorties, all that stuff will fit perfectly in this thing. And it's just going to seat it. It's going to help you pull off first. You know, I've had problems getting the goddamn cap off my mod, and the cap off my Addy. And a lot of times I screw it on my mod, and you pull that cap off, and you feel like you're damaging the 510 threads on your mod because it's, you know, sometimes it's so tight. With this, it'll allow you to pull your cap off without any serious problems. Also, you know, when you're building, it's going to seat it nice to help you rebuild. You're going to have lots of area. Now, on the side, you have these little holes, and what looks like, does it not look like a 510 connector over there by one screw, Tiger?
Too small. That couldn't possibly be.
I don't know what that is for. I think maybe it actually helps widen it. Maybe those little screws come out and you can put it in over there, and widens the clamp. Maybe that's what that's for. But anyway, you have those little side pieces there. You could put things in there like screws or Kanthal or little pieces of cotton or whatever, just to have it as a little side area to keep your accessories or whatever. But for $4.64, it's going to seat your build, and it's going to be pretty cute for under $5. Come on.
Yeah, what I'm seeing, Joe, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm totally speculating here, so I might be talking out my butt. But anyway, what I'm seeing is two bumpers, one there and one there, that screw into place to butt up against that so that this has something to push the atomizer up against. What I'm guessing is for your larger atomizers, you would remove this one and mount it in this spot instead, thereby creating a bigger space for a larger style, like maybe a 26650 dripper or something like that can fit into. I'm guessing, but that looks reasonable to me, because I could believe that's a housing for that screw, but it's too small to be a 510.
Right. So if you're a rebuilder, it's just a little extra, little thingy. I call it a thingy. There's no real name for it. That I think every rebuilder should have. It's like $4. Can't go wrong. Right, TygerTyger?
Right, sir.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Alrighty. Well, my last deal for tonight I can't talk about with you because it's sold out.
Quack, quack. Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was pretty disappointed. We were running a deal for 10 MT3s, the EVOD style, replaceable head atomizers. Now, there are so much better things out there now. I won't lie to you, but they're great for trying juice or, giving to people or taking with you when you go out and you don't want to take your best stuff with you. And at $7.59 for 10 of them, 76 cents a piece, it was a stupendous deal. As a matter of fact, I'm kicking myself because I had some in my cart and I didn't get around to doing it yet. Now I'm not going to get to. It's like, So kudos to you guys who are quicker than me, but that deal is sold out. I will watch. If I find them again for that, you guys will be the first to know.
Yeah, EVOD ones, EVOD clearamizers are pretty good. If these were the standard CE4s, they'd be like, that their time has come. And it is now gone. EVODs are still I think they're valid. I mean, people still buy the EVOD kits rather, and they work great. They're great for ego batteries. They're great to, throw in the glove compartment.
And to be fair, Joe, there's still folks who love their CE4s. And, if you like what you're using and you're satisfied and you've tried other things and you just like something else better, use it. You're doing it right. If you're satisfied, you're doing it right. Don't feel pressured to move into the newest thing all the time. If you really just do find your happy place and you just want to stay there, do it.
You want to laugh. To give you an example, old school, okay? I remember talking to Shadow. You know Shadow. Her mom only liked... Somebody writes Smoky 901. You want to laugh? They were called Smoky Misers. These were before CE4s. They were called CE3s. Now I'm just putting a link in the room to show you what a Smoky Miser is. Her mom will only vape Smoky Misers. This is the only Addy she will use, a clearamizer she will use. It doesn't matter what else is out there. This is the only one she likes. They're all getting really hard to find. You have to use like a syringe to fill them. They're a pain in the ass. But this is the only one she'll vape. So people are very stubborn on what they like. They like it, that's all they want. They don't want to try anything new, and it works for them.
There we go.
I mean, a Smoky Miser, really? Okay, awesome. But that's just how, what people are, they like what they like, and that's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even it comes with a little tip to fill it. I mean, you're talking, that shit was like, I was a new vapor when that shit came out.
That's funny. Albie, I had a buddy like that too. He has actually since given up vaping altogether. He vaped for several years after he quit smoking, and then he just finally reached the place where he was just done. And but even so, I kept sending him stuff that I'd tried and new things, and got really excited about it. And he just kept going back to what he lovingly referred to as his Stardust. For those of you who remember the CE4s, there was one company at least that gave them their own special name.
Got Vapes.
It was Got Vapes. They called it a Stardust. So to him, they were forever Stardust, and that's just where he was happy. Great. More power to him.
Yes, I remember I bought my first Stardust from God Vapes. God Vapes lovingly called it the Stardust. God Vapes was famous for buying tons of stock and renaming it. That's what they always did, and they called it the Stardust. And I thought that was a great idea because the Stardust, that's what I've always known them as. They weren't C4s to me; they were Stardusts.
Now I'm torn on that one because I can totally understand the marketing advantage to that. If you sell Stardusts and nobody else does, then people who like Stardust are only going to buy from you, even though they can get CE4s anywhere.
Right.
But at the same time, I think it confuses the issue because me as a new vapor coming in, it was like, well, what's a CE3 and what's a CE4 and there's CE2s and there's MTU3s and there's Stardust and oh my God, I'm confused and
Yep.
Whatever.
That's the one thing we always. I actually did a big write up on it. VaporJoe's back in like 2013. You know, you're fucking with you're fucking with it. You know, you're fucking with with the branding. We don't know anything and. Oh, okay. Big damn room. Just put in a room. An old school. We're talking old school. Actually, is this old school?
I'm just checking.
Yeah, that's a year and a month ago.
That's an old deal we ran, and let me just see.
It's still there. It's still valid.
They are still good, and the price is still good. And those are so fun. I gotta tell you,
cheaper,
I got
actually.
some of them. $9.36.
It's actually cheaper now.
No, that's what the deal said, did it not?
No, $10.90.
$10.90, and they did drop the price. Oh, okay. You're right. You're absolutely right. Let me share a. You updated the price, Big Bam. Of course you did. Why would I not know that? Because you're at least that on the ball. I'm gonna share a picture of those with you guys. Dude, there we go. Come back over here. These are so fun because what they did with these is they actually put an LED inside in the tank. So if you're looking for a fun, something to take with you, a little bit of a conversation piece, something you don't care if it gets destroyed and you don't get to take it home with you, these are the bomb because the tank lights up, and of course it being a colored plastic tank, you're going to get that color sort of shine through. Anyway, they are just a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. And they're disposable, so when they die, you throw them away.
Yeah.
We're not used to that anymore. You know, most of us are used to buying something that has replacement heads. Don't use. Somebody's like, don't use fluid. Yeah, this is back in the day when we had to worry about tank cracking. So don't use citrus, don't use ecto cooler, don't use fluid.
Banana.
Because it will crack the tank. But these are cool, and when you're done and they taste like shit, you throw them in the garbage. Yeah. And you know, we're not used to that these days. We're used to being able to replace our heads, but they're fun. You know, hey, what the hell? You know, for whatever it is, you get 7 for $9. You know, buck a piece, something fun. You know, you're not going to be chucking clouds out of these things. But again, it's something to take with you. You know, you're driving at night, you're vaping, and you're got a cool green LED or whatever in your little fill and vape. It's cool. It's kitschy. It's something. I think it's a chick thing.
It's for people like me who are part Raven and like the shiny things. So thanks for bringing those up, Big Bam.
Hey Tiger, you are 10,000 hits. 10,000 hits away from 17 million. You know
yes. I was thinking it's going to happen sometime in the next
week,
few hours, a few hours. But I was watching that earlier, and it's like, well, we won't make it in time for the show, but pretty much shortly thereafter.
Yeah, somebody writes, the Nautilus is a year old. Yep, it's funny when you look back how fast things have moved. You know, when the Stardust came out, that was, when I was a new vapor, Stardust was probably 6 or 7 months after I became a vapor. Everything was slow. Now it's like, oh my god, every 10 minutes there's something new coming out.
It used to be when I started running the blog, we were so into everything new coming out. We had our finger on the pulse of it. We knew about everything. Now you guys can stump me every week. Have you tried this device? Have you heard of this one? And so often, even though my level of involvement has probably gotten bigger rather than smaller, there's just no way to keep up. The stuff is coming out at a breakneck pace, and every week you guys ask me about something that I have to admit I'm either not that familiar with or haven't even heard of. So, yeah, it's amazing. Oh, yeah, 1 year ago today we were talking about Panzers. Oh, okay, well, this is kind of fun. I'm going to follow this link, too.
Yeah, let's have like some nostalgia.
Let's do nostalgia. I'm loving it. Let's see. The Panzer. Who remembers?
Oh, the prices have come down, oh my god.
By a long shot. Holy nut.
The black one's only $19 now.
I gotta come back over here. We'll share with you guys. Oh, and not that though. Let's go to this one, and I will grab a screenshot. A screen region. There we go. The amazing Panzer. Oh, sorry, Joe.
It's okay. I'll hide behind the Panzer.
No, we'll move the Panzer out of the way. And I think we'll advance the music a notch, because we don't want to listen to these guys talk.
Yeah, that's a flashlight.
I got a couple things to say to you. Number one, shut up.
It really does look like a flashlight.
Number two.
Yeah, Tiger, I'm just reloading your vlog, looking at the hits. And it's just like every time I reload, there's 5 or 6 more hits. They're coming in furiously.
There we go.
Stocking 92, what's up? All right. What you doing there, Tiger?
Oh, just got the music under control, and I'm gonna get rid of the Panzer now. Bye, Panzer. Your time has come. All right. Well, what are we at? We are at 10:17. Do you have anything else you want to talk about, Joe, or shall we throw it open to questions?
I have tons of deals.
Well, do you have?
I'm never dealless.
Well, we always leave a little bit of time for questions at the end, so I'm just asking you if there's something else you want to talk about before we do.
There may be. I'm just seeing, you know, there is one other thing I'd like to bring up. It is in stock. You know, these come and go really fast, so I'm gonna go with the Heracles. They're back in stock over at e-cig Avenue. $21.95. Get yourself a Heracles. The cheapest in the world. You're not going to get it any cheaper than this. From China, a clone, it doesn't matter. This is a legit sense Heracles SUBTANK for just $21.95. I'm ultra impressed with these. Be warned though, when you use these, you have to vape these around 50 watts or higher. So if you have like a DNA 40, or you're rocking a Kbox, or you're rocking something under 50 watts, you're not going to get the performance you want out of this. You really need to do it on something that's 100 watt box mod or higher. I mean, something that's going to push 50 watts or plus. I mean, even at a 50 watt box mod, pushing it to the limit, I don't like to tax the chips at its maximum. So something like maybe the Tiger said, the 65 watt box mod that she was pimping, you do it at 50 watts, you know, 75 watt, 100 watt, 150 watt box mod. These Chuck Vapor, you're going to be blown away by how much vapor these things put out. There is at least 6 huge juice holes on the heads on these things. So that's the reason why you have to put them at such high wattage. It just floods the cotton and coil. I have this at 67 watts on the Oni, and it just works great. And this thing destroys juice. You will go through 30 mils in a day with this thing. So Tiger, you have one coming your way.
Yay! I want to try them all. I'm really just so impressed with the SUBTANKs that have been coming out, and they just seem to be getting better and better with every iteration.
Yeah, now when you go to the blog and you check out the deal, make sure, now if you go to the place that says $31, go make sure you use the coupon code. It's called the Heracles deal is the coupon code. It brings it down to $21.95 and free shipping. Okay, so that's a little bonus.
Nice.
So, and it's out of the States, so you don't have to worry about China bullshit. So.
Yeah, I like the design of that one. The heat sinks at the bottom, and
Yeah, it's really good. Now there's airflow control in this. I've tried it in every. How can I say this? I've tried this in every position.
oh my!
And it.
You heard it here first, folks.
And the air is just wide open. So.
He tried it in every position, and it's wide open. Yeah.
Tiger.
I'm just summarizing.
Tiger.
I'm just summarizing. Is that not what you said, Joe?
I did say that. If you like airy vapes, you're gonna like this. This thing chucks vapor. You'll be very, very happy with it. In my opinion, it's still the best build vape out there. I haven't tried. There's one I haven't tried. There's two I haven't tried. I haven't tried the Mellow, and I haven't tried the Arctic yet. But I've tried the other 4 or 5 that are out there.
Wacky Vape says, this is a risque episode. Oh, Wacky. You're new around here, aren't you?
We've had quite a few...
We've been very well behaved tonight, actually. Let's see. Oh, Taxton has a good question. Have you tried the Mega Nest, Joe?
No, I haven't tried that one either. Is that something I need to try? This is what I'm talking about.
It's impossible to try everything the way we almost used to. Between the two of us, we kind of almost hit at least most of it. Now, it's not even possible.
Yeah. People think and the funny thing is, people think we get a lot of stuff for free. We get a lot of juice. But when it comes to hardware, we buy almost all our hardware. I would say 90% of my hardware is bought. Once in a while, I get something from a China company, and they'll say, oh, try this. But I buy a ton of hardware, a ton of mods. I wish I got some free fucking mods.
Make no mistake, though. we get great deals. We get great deals because we're looking for them for you guys all the time.
Yeah, we're the victim of our own deals.
Oh yeah, I mean, so many of you have said it so many times. You're making me spend all my money. Imagine what it's like to be in our chairs. We get first crack at all these deals. We're the first ones. Yeah, it's hard sometimes. My cart always has something in it. So.
Tiger, Dom Long 121. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a swimsuit yet.
No.
But see, when Tiger comes here, the pool will be open and the swimsuit will be on.
Oh, yay!
Brazilian bikini. Brazilian.
Yeah.
Brazilian. It's basically a shoelace.
Not happening.
And pictures will be on my Facebook. Just saying. So, just look for it. Subscribe to the blog. It'll be up on the blog.
I always forget which way is which when we're doing a broadcast. I don't know. Where am I?
Anyway.
And
you did that good.
Thanks for that tip, Miss Jass. Sweet. That is you did pretty well. She just picked up a Sigelli 150 for $88 with a pair of Panasonic batteries and the Arctic tank and 5-pack of replacement coils for the Arctic tank. Spent a total of $138. Atta girl.
Good going. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Hey, just think, I paid $138 for my Ego kit when I first started vaping.
Right? Exactly. Now, I did not. I was a hardcore deals hunter, and I sought out a cheaper deal. Mind you, I was starting a year after you, so prices had already started to come down.
I'm old.
You're a more established vapor. So
I'm old vapor. Established is just a really good word for old.
I was trying to be nice. So.
Yeah, I'm an old vapor. All right, so we got about 5 or 6 minutes. Anybody have any questions?
Big Bam shared a link there's only one left, a Megadeth SUBTANK, and I'll bet you there's none left. I know. Somebody's got there. And yeah, Big Bam, thanks for the link again. Big Bam has shared, we have a Facebook group for this show, for DoneDeal, and also for the blog. So he has shared I can't, I'm tripping over my tongue. The Vaping Deals and Steals group, where you'll find all the deals from VaporJoe's original Deals and Steals blog. You'll find VaporJoe's Canada deals there as well. And you'll also find deals from vendors in the community and folks that have just found a really great deal and want to share it with you as well. So great place to be part of if you like deals, and who doesn't, right? And he's also shared the DoneDeal group. That's where we share information after this show and about this show, and you're welcome to comment, and there's deals there as well. Oh man, there's deals everywhere.
No, somebody writes in the room, where can I find the original Aspire BDC heads at a good deal? Well, listen, if you're looking for old, and it sounds terrible, but if you're looking for old head, Fast Tech is the place to look. And the reason is they keep stock all the time. Like, people who, like, I had some dude ask me, where can I get an iClear 30 heads? I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if any American vendor sells iClear 30 heads, but I know Fast Tech does. You know, you could go on there and get the legit or the clone versions, and they're real cheap. Fast Tech is great for old head. they have, they're always in stock. So anything you're looking for, they're going to have. You're going to wait a little bit, but if it's out of date kind of stuff, they're going to have it for you. And that's what I love about them. Because if I have an old Clearomizer, Tankomizer, Smokomizer, whatever Izer, and it takes these specific kind of heads. At one point they were popular, and they bought a fuck ton of them, and they stocked them. But nobody buys them anymore, but they're still in stock there. That's what I like
nobody,
about it.
just fewer, because you know, it's always on to the next thing.
Right.
Now, Ed in Irondale has a question. Is VaporJoe Joe Hill in Joshua, Texas? No.
Yes, absolutely. Are you kidding? I'm from Texas. Come on, can't you hear my voice? I'm from Texas.
Ooh. What's that big green? You have it in the summer. It's got seeds and pink, and it's really juicy. What is that again, Joe?
An alien?
No,
juicy?
No, at picnics. It's you cut it in slices.
Oh, watermelon? Yes, watermelon.
You're just ruining all my fun today.
What watermelon?
Come on,
watermelon.
boy.
Watermelon.
Yeah, see, there you go.
I am not from Texas. There is a couple VaporJoe's vape shops out there that aren't connected to me, and I'm debating whether to, because I do have the trademark on it. I'm debating whether to send them letters, but at the same time, you know, if it's just a dude in Texas who opened a vape shop and he calls himself VaporJoe, and he doesn't know it's me, and he's not trying to use me as his, you know, as a selling point, then I don't really care.
Well, the fact of the matter is, a lot of it probably is innocent, Joe, but if you don't protect a trademark, you...
Yeah, I get it, but at the same time, you know, if it's just a single shop and he's just a local yokel and he's making a few bucks, I don't care. But if he starts, like, franchising and making it a big deal, then, you know, then we're going to have a problem. But if he's just some dude who owns a little brick and mortar and he's making a couple $100, you know, a day to support his family, I'm not going to go.
I'm promoting myself to the trademark department. Get ready to change your names, guys.
There's Tiger. She's gonna go after everybody.
Well, no, you know, truthfully speaking, if you don't protect your trademark, you lose it. So you really haven't got a choice on that one. You don't have to be a dick about it, and a lot of it probably is innocent, but...
Yeah.
All right. So it's okay if I open a VaporTyger shop. You know what, Aries? If you want to, you go right ahead. I am not trademarked. So
yeah.
You just go for it. Now, if you use my face, we're gonna have a chat. But
yeah, she's gonna want a piece. She's gonna want a piece.
Damn straight. All right. And Socking92 wants to know if you have any more quarters.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Do I got any more quarters? I have no idea what you're talking about, but we'll say maybe. Is that good? Well, 50-50 chance.
Pretty quarters. Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, the time is 1:30.
Oh, yes, it is. Holy, that was a fast 10 minutes. I had my eye on it and thought, oh, we got 10 minutes for questions. We got lots of time. All right.
Is DC ready to roll?
I think so. He was talking at the beginning of the show in the room, and I see him still here. DC's always ready to roll. That man was born ready.
Yeah, cool. I just want a confirmation in chat because we'll keep it. I just like to keep it running if he's not ready to rock. DC, you ready to go, buddy? There he is. There he is. All right.
Well, we have come to the bottom of the hour, and our time is done. But DC is ready to take over, and oh, no problem, DC. We just wanted to make sure you were ready. We're all wrapped up, and folks, if you haven't had the chance to sit with DC and enjoy some of his music and wisdom and tireless helping spirit, you guys need to hang around a little longer. DC's going to take you through until the coffee's on, or he gets tired, whichever comes first. But I've got to tell you, I really enjoy working late nights and listening to his music mix. Great music mix. So, with no further ado, we will turn you over to DC to enjoy the rest of your vape evening/night. Thanks for being with us. Enjoy the deals. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. And vape on.
Forget about it.
Alrighty.
See you guys later. Penis!
Oh.